how did this business journey start? If you could please share your thoughts.
So Optivalue Tek is more than a decade-old company. So in the early years, our primary focus was on building credibility and generating capital for the company. So we initially positioned ourselves to bridge resourcing gaps for large and complex projects.
What are the broad business segments we operate? If you could just dwell on each of the segment we provide services to our clients.
Yeah, so we are technology focused company. We have worked with many verticals such as healthcare, telecom, banking, manufacturing, high tech, edtech, and many others basically.
Uh, Hello, welcome friends. My name is Avinash Gorakshakar, and I welcome all of you to another interesting episode of Konexio HighFlyers. Friends, as all of you are aware, we introduce emerging companies from emerging sectors via these episodes. And this platform is very useful for investors because they get direct access to the promoters and we get to know about the company's business model, their growth journey, their future growth plans. And in this process, a lot of valuable information is shared by the promoters and the top management. This helps all our investors to take a very conscious investment call in such companies. And friends, today we've got another interesting company which is going to hit the capital market very soon. Today, the company we are going to talk about is Optivalue Tek Consulting Limited. And I have the privilege of having the promoter team, Mr. Ashish Kumar, who's the managing director of the company. And we also have Ashish ji, welcome to the show. Thank you for your
Thank you.
time today.
Thank
We
you.
also have Ragini Jha, who's the whole-time director of the company. Madam,
Thank you so much, Avinash.
okay, I think first question, Ragini ma'am, if you could tell us, how did this business journey start? If you could please share your thoughts.
So Optivalue Tek is more than a decade-old company. So in the early years, our primary focus was on building credibility and generating capital for the company. So we initially positioned ourselves to bridge resourcing gaps for large and complex projects. Over the time, with the support of our skilled and experienced consultants, we evolved into delivering complete end-to-end solutions. We successfully executed projects across multiple geographies, adopting both on-site and offshore delivery models. In the subsequent years, we consolidated operations and resources in India, but we continued to serve our clients internationally. Uh, this is how our client base expanded, and we significantly increased our workforce also. We also onboarded a network of trusted vendors to support our project requirement. Now, today, if we talk about the present scenario, we collaborate with almost all major system integrators in India, and our core team has gained extensive expertise through diverse engagements. We have consistently retained both our loyal clients and key resources, while at the same time, we expanded our customer base, vendor partnership, and talent pool. Our portfolio includes several complex transformation projects, and all delivered strong quality outcomes. So this has earned us a repeat business, and clients continue to trust us with the successive projects. This is how, if you talk about from inception till now, we have retained our old clients, we have added some new clients, and we have also have an enriched workforce who have evolved as a professional within our team.
Okay, fine. Thank you, madam. Ashish ji, now just basically, if you could, tell us what are the broad business segments we operate. If you could just dwell on each of the segment we provide services to our clients.
Yeah, so we are technology focused company. We have worked with many verticals such as healthcare, telecom, banking, manufacturing, high tech, edtech, and many others basically. And as far as our technology portfolio is concerned, our focus area is into very niche domain. We started our journey into from the data integration side of it. So we worked on the enterprise application integration area, and also the focus on the business process management capabilities. We have started working on the telecom BSS OSS products, And then we have worked with many banking customers to work on the core banking applications. Apart from that, we are very strong in our API management and digital ecosystems. We have worked extensively on the cloud solutions and migration for different customers. And uh, last 3 years, 3 or 4 years, we have been working on the data engineering, the AI, ML, and ML ops segments. We have a strong team of DevOps and SRE consultants, and at the same time, we have a very mature team who are helping us to develop web, mobile, and application for different customers, and also for the in-house ecosystems.
Okay,
That's broadly about the technology portfolio.
fine. Understood. Ashish ji, now broadly, which are the key sectors where we deliver our services? You mentioned about telecom and BFSI. Apart from these two
Hmm.
sectors, any other sectors where we deliver our services? If you could please give us inputs on that.
Yeah, we have also worked on healthcare. We have also worked with the high-tech industry, manufacturing customers, education sector, to name few. Then we have also worked with other verticals as well.
And just wanted to understand that typically, Ashish ji, what is the process of bagging a new customer? Like, when you make a pitch to the new customer, typically what are the pre-qualifications which they expect from a vendor like you?
Right. So of course we have a sales channel. We reach out to the new customers. We have the existing portfolio. We have the existing project experience brochures which we presented to them. They assess our capability, and then of course the vendor empanelment onboarding happens.
Okay.
That is a typical flow, and many of the times there is a word of mouth, which is because we have been in industry from more than a decade. So
Yeah.
we have a network of vendors, network of partners. We have workforce which have been associated with us for a long time. So all these
Okay.
things help, and and this is how we are growing.
Okay. Ashish ji, now in terms of the repeat business, if you could tell us, like, this business is all about service and delivery. So, what's
Correct.
the broad repeat business we enjoy from our existing customers? And typically, I mean, how many customers generally have we been adding every year over the last, say, 2 to 3 years? Typically, how many new customers have we been adding?
Right. So when we started our journey, we started working with some of the customers are still our customers. So whatsoever customers we are adding, they are continuing with us for a long time, and we are of course expanding our customer base. Right.
Okay.
Sometimes the business which we are getting on repeated manner. And sometimes, of course, there is more requirements or more projects from us, some chunk of customers, and sometimes it's less based on their actually the pipeline. But all of our customers, we take proud that we have been working with them for a long time,
Okay.
right? And they have been giving us the repeated business in terms of projects and the contract resources.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. Ashish ji, typically when we talk to an existing customer or a new customer, typically, depending on the project, is it customized and then you work on the pricing? I mean, how does pricing work? That's what I wanted to know, for your clients.
Right. So broadly, we have two different models. One is the time and material, and then another one is the fixed scope model. So wherever the customer is clear with the scope of the implementation which needs to be done, so we have a discussion with them, and based on that scope, we assess how much time it is going to take, what is the commercials involved with it, and we define a clear scope. And when
Okay.
we give this the proposal, and then once that is approved, we work on that.
Okay.
On the time and material basis projects, we also we have a engagement with the customer. They mentioned that for the certain project needs where there is a scope which is not clearly laid out, there we basically provide them resources, skilled consultants, which who can work on the monthly, time, hourly, and daily rates. And
Okay.
this is how these two pricing works.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would like to
please.
add to this. We maintain a little flexibility here. We first we propose a pricing model from our side, but we also accept what the client advises. Sometimes they have a preferred model, so we were very adaptive that way.
Okay.
We suggest from our side, but we are not a very tight built company where we'll not give in to their
Okay.
suggestions.
Okay. Okay. No, fine. Understood. Ashish ji, now tell me one thing. Like, let's keep the financial aside for some time. I wanted to know now. Last 10 years we have been in this business. But typically, what is the value add we add to the customer? Like, why do they come and give us repeat business? Is our service really very good? Execution very good? So, if you could share two, three qualitative points for us, in the sense that we do a much better job in the industry. So, if you could please, give us some inputs on this aspect.
Right. So, of course, over the decade, so we have been retaining our core manpower, who have extensive experience delivering these projects. So, rather than the technology aspects, they have also retained or got the quite a bit of domain experience, which is important for the this large transformation projects to take place. Right. So that is the our core domain experience. Then we are also, I would say that we are not big, very big, neither very small. So we are agile and adapted to the customer requirements. we are
Okay.
also um, we are also flexible to adopt the new technologies based on the customer demands and based on the industry needs. uh, we have also executed the end-to-end projects, not only the putting resources on a time and material basis. We have delivered the end-to-end projects, right from the architecture, design, implementation, and also the post-production support. So we have our resources have worked on the full spectrum of technologies. We have also in-house tools and accelerators templates, which helps the project to have to be delivered in a faster pace, and also without compromising on any quality.
Okay.
So these are the tenets of our success, and we are also relying on um, we are also relying on our vendor resources, and we have a high network of pool of resources, so that we can deploy them quickly based on the project demands.
Right. I think very nicely articulated by you, Ashish ji. Now on the financials, Ashish ji, I wanted to ask you, we have got data points for FY24. Basically, revenues have totaled around 37 crores, but your profit has jumped from almost 2.7 crores to 5.5 crores. So first of all, just a small clarification, we wanted to know that, what was the key reason for such a sharp improvement in profitability for FY20?
Right. So what happened is, within these 2 years, is there was a large transformation project which was ongoing, and where there were a lot of resources were working on that project. But by the end of the financial year, the project was not completed. It passed to the next FY. So although the services were spent, but we could not bill to the customer.
Okay.
So that was the reason, this profitability crossed to the next year.
Okay. Fine, understood. Now we are already in FY26. If you could tell us some broad idea about FY25, March 25 financial year, Ashish ji, what is the revenue and the PAT? If you could, tell us for the benefit of our viewers.
Yeah, for the period ending March 25, our revenue is 56 crore plus in INR, and the PAT is 12 plus crore INR.
Okay, 12 crores. Fine, understood. So basically, very good, strong improvement in FY25. Overall, Ashish ji, what's the outlook on margins? Without giving a number, if you could tell us in a descriptive way, what is the kind of signal you're getting from your marketing team, from your sales team? FY26 has already started. We are in the month of August. So at least if you could share the demand outlook and what is the outlook on margins going forward.
Right. So we have been growing. We have been growing consistently, and we are very confident that our revenue will be growing in range of 25 to 30%. It can be more
Okay.
than that.
Okay. Ashish ji, one more thing which I observed in your prospectus, which I think investors will also like little clarity. I think you all have got a lot of group companies, where some related party transactions have been done. So can you tell us which are the group companies you control, like apart from the listed company which is now going to go public?
So we have also started a new venture. That venture would be predominantly looking at our UAV, anti-UAV, and facility, while the software business will be focused or catered through the Optivalue Tek. with this new entity, there would be, we are confident that there would be more revenue generating.
Okay.
We are also have I have also we have also started another entity that is primarily focused on to promote the yoga ecosystem
Yeah.
through the teachers and the centers and ashrams.
Okay.
We have a different management layer to take care of these other entities, and we are completely focused for the growth of the Optivalue Tech.
So fine, understood. I think thanks for the clarity, Ashish ji. Ashish ji, now for the most important question of the interview, we are planning to go public. So, what is the amount of capital we plan to raise from the capital market via the public issue, and for what purpose are these funds going to be utilized? If you could please tell us.
So the exact numbers are mentioned in the RHP. It's also publicly available. The layout of the firm, the fund is basically into multiple categories. One area is the working capital. With the increased layout of the working capital, we would be better positioned to hire more manpowers, and we would be able to execute bigger projects, right, which we are not able to do because of the cash flow situations. Some part of the fund is also allocated to develop new, I would say, product lines, especially around the video analytics and image analytics area, which would be helpful, and which would be helpful to unlock new use cases or to bring new customer base to the segment. Some part of the fund is also to replace our aging infrastructure in terms of laptop and all. And since we'll be hiring more manpower, so there will be need of newer laptops with newer configurations and also some servers, data center servers. And then there'll be some more requirement for towards some office space which we are planning to take in Bangalore, and some other expenses. So that is the broad layout of the
No.
funds we're planning to utilize.
Okay, understood. Ashish ji, now tell me one thing in our business, since we are service providers, what is the normal working capital cycle, in our business? Right from the time you get the order, you execute it, then you get the payment from the clients. Typically, what's the working capital cycle timeline?
Right. So I would say it's around 3 months. The
Okay.
reason is that once the service is provided, of course the timesheets are validated, the efforts are validated. Then after validation happens, then the invoices are raised. Our typical agreement with the customers around 60 days payout, with slight variations here and there. Um, then we also have a fixed cost and fixed scope assignments. So those are billed as per the milestone. So once the milestone is achieved, then only we can bill it. All the services are provided. So the cycle can be longer depending on how complex the transformation project is.
Okay.
So depending on the mode of engagement, it varies, but average, I would say 3 months to 4 months. That's the
So,
average cycle of getting money back.
no, understood. Ashish ji, now last question, which is very vital. We ask almost all the promoters when we meet them. We work in a business which is dependent on how the client, puts the kind of project work for you. What is the most important risk in our business? Like, is it execution, or is it like, having a kind of a good control on your key employees? Because ideally, employees are the heart of the, business for us. So, in your sense, what's the most important risk which you constantly monitor and which you have been doing pretty well?
So I would say, I mean, there is no external internal risk factor as such we have identified. It's more towards external outlook only. If there is a recession or there is a global shutdown or slowdown, or if our customers are not doing well, although that risk is also mitigated because we have a wide customer base. Um, so that is, I think, good. Like, and that is not a risk which is specifically for us. It is applicable to all the IT companies which are there. But at the same time, since we are small enough or nimble enough for the catering to the new technologies or new opportunities and to acquire new customer base, we are. I would say we would be in better position to handle even that.
So anyway, I think Ashish ji and Ragini ma'am, it was my pleasure to host you. I think definitely got to know a lot of information about our company, and I think investors would definitely we benefited here. So please accept the best wishes to you and your management team, and best wishes for your upcoming public issue also. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much,
Thank you
Avinash.
very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.